This is going to be the video recording example for the C upgrades running in a simulation, similar to the other example, except with a secondary thing that's simulating what C upgrades would do on the server. Wheat, carrot, and potatoes will grow 2 stages at once, and the other crops will have a 50% chance to grow 2 stages at once. Forgot the command. And again, it's saying 44 because there's some blocks over here that don't have any wheat in them. It's still 100,000 blocks that are actually replaced as the blocks. For comparison, the 95% number for wheat in our original tests without C upgrades was 1.5 hours. And we've just cut that down to about 58 minutes, which isn't bad. It does get worse in higher times, like 99 is only going to be an hour 51 versus an hour 16. It's a pretty decent difference, but as you can see, these numbers are fairly similar, although interestingly that 99.99 varied a decent amount, but that's just the randomness of having 10 blocks left. Potatoes is also going to be similar. Yep, pretty much the exact same. Now here's where we get to an interesting point. These crops only have a 50% chance to grow 2 stages, and they also only have 3 growth stages. They have their original state and then 3 growth states. This leads to an interesting environment. Which I will talk about as the sweet berry bushes are growing, I suppose, because I'll want the percentages. And that's what we get for beetroots. And so I want to talk about this. When we get to higher percents, like 95 and 99, we get 59 minutes an hour and 23. For a crop like that, we get an hour and 11 and an hour 36. You're really only saving like 10 or so minutes once you get to those higher levels, and just personally doesn't seem worth it to me. It's even more exaggerated with a crop like sweetberry, which is much smaller. If we look at the 99 on sweetberry on our previous test, we got 48 minutes. We only saved like 7 minutes. It's really just not worth it. And for potatoes and carrots, they're so fortunate that you get so many, so really is it even worth it there? It doesn't seem like these manual upgrades are very worth it to me personally. And that's our new test for Netherwort. We're going to run a test on cocoa now, which again simulates slower. Cocoa is more interesting because it has 1 less growth stage, which gives it an opportunity to grow basically from nothing to 2, so I think it'll turn out a bit better than wort, beetroot, and sweetberry bushes do. I don't think I've actually looked into this myself before the test, so... because really, I just don't find the company upgrades necessary here. Yes, when we look at 99, that's 34 minutes. 37 minutes. Yeah, it's actually not really that worth it just because it's so quick. So, well, there's every crop. Course flour is done separately, and I don't really want to test that here, so unfortunately you're on your own there.